30% discount at Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM. Find us at moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio. Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM is a doctor-developed, science-backed kidney health solution with 30 MEq of alkali citrate to prevent kidney stones. Available in powders and capsules. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio to get 30% discount. Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a filmed series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
We now present The Adventures of Marco Polo. Marco Polo, together with his father and his uncle, arrived in Yazdi, the capital of Persia, and there they were made welcome by the Khan of Persia. The Khan informed them that it would be unwise for them to enter China, as Kublai Khan had sworn that no white men should enter his land. Marco Polo conferred with his father and his uncle, and they decided to take the risk and to continue with their journey to China. They were appointed as escorts to the Princess Delana, but before starting their journey, they sojourned several days at the palace of the Khan of Persia. Marco Polo became extremely friendly with the Princess Delana, and his father and uncle became rather perturbed about the attention he was paying to her. Eventually, however, the three Polos and their servant, Benno, started on their journey accompanied by Captain Nadu and 6 men-at-arms. There were also numerous bearers, beasts of burden, and 4 men to carry the litter of the princess. The journey proceeded slowly and steadily until at last they reached the plain of Kierman. Here the heat was extremely oppressive, and the party decided to make camp at an oasis beneath the shade of some date trees. There they remained for 2 days. Early on the morning of the 3rd day, Marco Polo rose, went to the edge of the oasis to refresh himself with a drink of water. Suddenly he heard a voice softly calling his name.
Marco Polo?
Who calls?
Oh, so the great Marco Polo does not even know who is calling? Only yesterday I spoke with him and he has forgotten my voice.
What are you doing here? Why have you left your tent?
Is not a princess allowed to enjoy a little freedom? I wanted to walk in the cool, clear, early morning sunshine. I came here to the oasis, and I saw my friend Marco Polo.
You must return to your tent.
Are you afraid to be seen with me?
No, I am not afraid.
Then walk with me a little way into the desert. No one else is yet awake. Come, Marco Polo.
But, Princess, I have not the right to walk with you. After all, you are the promised bride of the great Kublai Khan.
Soon I will be married to Kublai Khan, placed in his harem, never able to look out on the world again. Surely you do not grudge me a little freedom before my marriage, Marco Polo?
Oh, I do not begrudge you any freedom.
Then come, walk with me. Tell me more of yourself. Your life in the great city of Venice.
Well, I have told you much about Venice. It is the most beautiful city in the world.
And there are no streets, no roads there as we have in our city. Only great waterways where you travel in strange boats.
Oh, those boats are called gondolas.
I suppose the great Marco Polo has made love to many of the women of Venice.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I can picture you seated in one of those strange boats beneath the moonlit sky, a myriad shining stars above you. Some dark-eyed lady of your own race nestles close to you, and you murmur words of love in her shell-like ear.
You must be gifted with second sight, Princess.
Have you made love to many women, Marco Polo?
Why should I tell you that?
Well, you need not tell me. You are not a very good companion this morning.
We are walking a fair way from the Kent. Do you not think we should turn back now?
Why should we turn back? I have not known much freedom in my life. Let us walk a little further. It is difficult walking over the sand, Marco Polo.
I am sorry. May I assist you?
Well, thank you.
You know, I sometimes dream, too.
Tell me of your dreams. No, I will tell you. You dream of great voyages of discovery, of bringing new trade to your beloved Venus, of going where no white man has been before. You are strong and determined. There is no place for love in your dreams.
This time I do not think you have second sight. I have dreamed much lately. Shall I tell you of my dream?
I am anxious to hear it.
I dreamed that the most beautiful princess raised the gossamer veil which hides her fair face. That Marco Polo looked upon that fair face, and he became enslaved.
A strange dream.
A dream which, alas, can never come true.
You are a strange man, Marco Polo, and I like you.
Do you?
But I fear that you have never known true love.
Have you?
I am to be married to the great Kubla Khan.
But you have never seen him. You cannot be in love with him.
The great Khan is loved by all his subjects.
How can you love a man whom you have never seen?
True. But we women of the East are not allowed to choose those whom we will love. Some are fortunate. They meet men whom they can love for a brief while. Perhaps I am fortunate.
Are you in love with someone?
Suppose the Princess Dilana, the promised bride of the great Khan, should raise the gossamer veil which hides her features. Suppose that Marco Polo should look upon them.
Would the princess let me look upon her features? Just one gaze.
The Princess Dilana raises the gossamer veil.
Princess, you are more beautiful than I ever dreamed. Oh, I love you, Zilana.
You are so strong. Hold me closely, Marco Polo.
I wish that I could hold you closely forever and ever.
Alas, that cannot be. I am the promised bride of the great Khan, the most powerful ruler in the world. And you risk death by holding me in your arms, Marco Polo. You risk the lives of your father and your uncle. Release me now. We have known one brief moment of paradise. I clung to you, and you to me. Now I lower my veil once again. Come, let us return to the camp.
Let us